Hello, I am Ivona Roslonek and I'm a hypnotherapist. I help introverts who hate public speaking overcome nervousness and stress, gain control over their body and mind, and become bold and confident so they can grow and advance in life. I'm inviting you to a session I had with a client who had a fear of being seen, a problem that lasted for 49 years and originated in a narcissistic father. Let's see how we ended that problem in one session.
What's your problem?
Is doing the live videos and doing the beans. It's the bean scene piece. So my background is coming out of narcissistic relationships, starting with my father and up until just a couple of years ago. So done a lot of healing around that. The core issue of that is, the core wound of not good enough, right?
Right.
But it also creates this belief around this fear of not being seen. Like it's not safe to be seen because of the psychological abuse that comes with narcissistic relationships.
Yes.
Right. It's just safer to sorry, I have a nose ring and I can see a fuzz just like hanging off of it.
I wonder what does that have to do with not being seen?
Right, exactly. My nose, right on my face.
Right there in the middle, and it's seen
right?
so clearly. Or are you going to hide that one?
Exactly. So there is still this fear, it was always safer to fly under the radar, not be seen.
Right.
And that's still there. So as much, because it's also what I coach on. So I help women heal from narcissistic abuse, which is also my wound. So I stumble over that. I get triggered with that a lot. As far as putting myself out there, not what I know, not like, not knowing. It's not about not believing I can't help women, because I know I can, and I know I'm unique out there as far as what I do, but it's getting past my own, still that belief system that pops up, right?
Pops up from where?
It's when I go, I'm very inconsistent in social media posting. I resist doing videos. The thoughts that pop up are like, who am I? And that definitely around the imposter syndrome of not, and the imposter syndrome really comes down to that fear of rejection.
Yes.
Right? And so it's like, who am I? And making sure that fear of somebody's going to counter me, right? That and I get it's all belief and it's all just created, and it's just leftover, and it stops me every single time.
So who creates this?
Oh, it's all that inner, it's that childhood inner wound that's there.
Oh, so that won't create that those thoughts.
Yes.
And they said they pop. So where do they pop from?
Well, it's the subconscious, right?
They come from subconscious. From the wound.
Yes.
The wound is in the subconscious.
Yes.
It's located there.
Where else would it be located?
I don't know. I just have to be really clear because we're going there.
Right.
So that wound is in the subconscious, and it is the one that is producing those thoughts.
Yes.
And when that wound is producing those thoughts, how does that feel to you?
Well, it has me not want to do it. It feels heavy. And I would just rather not do it, so I don't.
Yeah. So do you want to do it or not?
I do.
You do. And you don't.
Exactly.
What's a dilemma?
Well, yeah, and because they're different. So Here's the thing. I know a lot, like the work I do is around parts and subconscious, and it's not either or, right? So there we do have parts. There is a part of me that when I go to do the videos, do the posts, be consistent, put myself out there, pops up, wants to keep me safe, says no. So I shut down. But then there's the other part that's like, no, we want to do this, and then criticizes and judging me for not doing it. So they are two conflicting parts.
Yeah, so there are those parts, and where are you?
Still not doing anything.
So those parts, they exist somewhere within you, right?
Right.
And they're just two, or there are more?
There's more. We all have multiple parts.
Yeah. So which part wants to end all that problem?
Well, self, which is not a part.
What is it then? If self is not a part, what is it?
Well, self is, I mean, it's who we are. It's our high, for another phrase is it's our higher self. It's who we are.
Where is it?
It's not a part.
Where is it located? That's self.
Self is, you can say it's your soul. It's the true being of who we are in our subconscious.
Okay, so there's the self and there are those parts. Who is running the show?
The parts.
The parts are running the show.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like when the parts are running the show instead of the self?
No. And yet, that's their job.
It's the parts' job to run the show. What's the
The parts' job to keep us safe, right? So putting myself out there has me feel very unsafe. And so then it's the parts' job to keep me safe.
Safe from what?
From any perceived threat.
So what's that threat all about? Who's the attacker?
Well, it goes back to the inner child, that inner wound of not being good enough, not putting myself in a position where I feel like I'm exposing, like scraping off that scab to that wound of not being good enough.
Yeah, so who is now judging you as not being good enough?
Again, we keep going back to, right? Like I know where this is coming from. Like I can walk around circles all day long knowing where this comes from.
Yeah, well, we know where it comes from. And now here we are, September 10th, and we arrived. So we know where it comes from. And here we are. We're looking at all those parts. We're looking at the wound, and we're looking at the higher self. They're all here with us. And the parts are running the show.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not safe right now.
Right.
So who is the attacker here?
What was that?
So what's the threat? I mean, you say it's not safe right now for the self to just go out there in the world and do what you want to do. It's not safe, so the parts have to protect. So what's not safe? What is this not safe part that's out there?
Are you asking like what are you asking? Because I get it's a thought and it's a belief and it's a wound and it's not an actual real thing there, and yet convince my brain otherwise.
It's if it's not the actual thing, if it's just imagined thing, it's as scary or even scarier. Because if it's the real thing, you know what it is. But if,
right.
If it's imagined thing, that it can be anything. So let's not put down that this is imagined.
Okay.
It's as real as if it was sitting here with us. So let's look at that imagined threat that is part of that whole, group, that entity that you call Alana, with the higher self, with the protectors, with the wounds, and then there is that threat. So tell me about that threat. What is that threat right now today?
It's definitely, because when I look at it, it's I mean, I can feel it. It's totally my inner little girl, right? It's that inner wound. Because when I look at it as an adult, it's not the adult who's afraid of it. It's completely the inner child.
It is.
Like, no, we're not going to do that. That's just way too scary, because again, it comes back to the not safe, right?
Yeah, she's there. She's always will be there. And she doesn't feel safe right now.
Mm-mm.
What she's afraid of right now.
I think what's compounding it is the fact that, too, is my current situation is so I came home to visit my parents a year ago, and haven't left because my dad was diagnosed with dementia.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've been here living with my parents.
Mm-hmm.
And this is my stepdad, not my biological dad, who was the original narcissist in my life. But being here too also has me in this state of, especially after a year of living with my mom and my dad, and the trauma of his dementia, but also the trauma of like my childhood is all just right up in my face.
Yeah.
Right. And so there's no, it still has me in, or it has me, not still, it has me in that fight or flight, that not safe, that on edge, and not able to drop down into a sense of safety to put myself out there.
Mm-hmm. Because it's not safe.
Mm-mm.
Right now, it's not safe out there.
Mm-mm.
So what's the threat right now? If it's not safe for a little girl right now, what or who can hurt her right now?
My parents.
Your parents can hurt her right now?
Mm-hmm. And they do.
They do. And I can see they do. Because your inner child is crying. And it hurts.
Yep. Especially after the last few days. It's been rough.
Mm-hmm.
His dad, his dementia's been bad.
Yeah. So you have to deal with that family situation right now, and your inner child does not feel secure enough to be seen. Is this because of that family situation that's unfolding right now, that she feels insecure at the present moment?
One of it, yeah. Part of it. I mean, that's definitely a big factor. The other factor is, when I moved here, everything stopped. My business stopped. Everything stopped.
Mm-hmm.
Income stopped. Everything stopped. And so then also definitely feeling stuck.
Yeah.
It's like, I know what I want to do next. I need to leave. and Mom and I have talked about this.
Mm-hmm.
And so I know what I want next, and yet it's the needing to generate the income to go do it, and then I'm back at the catch-22.
Yeah, because that little girl is afraid.
Yep.
So what would make her feel safe?
She just wants to be held.
She just wants to be held. Can you do it for her?
And I haven't been. I've been totally shutting down.
Yeah. So what if you do just that? What if you hold her?
And not just that.
What else?
So there's an aspect of reparenting that I've always kind of struggled with.
Yeah, and you're hiding. You just did that. What are you hiding from?
Well, it was more of a realization. Well, yeah, kind of hiding.
You're
and also
hiding.
realization too is like I just saw clearly the reparenting aspect
Mm-hmm.
of that the adult needs to step up and create this regardless, like to take care of her, right? And to do what needs to be done to take care of her, and so she feels safe, which means the adult needs to step up and do my fucking business.
Yeah. But here you're hiding again behind your hands.
I know.
Are you hiding from stepping up and taking care of the little one?
Yeah, I've definitely been hiding from that.
So you're hiding from taking
And I think
care.
I've been hiding from the responsibility is not the right word.
Mhm. Lots of pressure coming out now. Lots of air coming out. Something wants to come out. I wonder what it is. There you go.
Something just shifted and I don't know what it is.
Yes. Yeah, I can see it. Like it came out and then something shifted inside. So when that shifted, how did it change your feelings when you felt that shift inside?
There's more space in my chest.
Wow.
It's lighter.
All that space.
Easier to breathe.
Easier to breathe.
That hurt and inner crying is gone.
Wow. Where did it go?
But it feels like it's just more of the adult stepped forward.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Step from underneath. Step
Mhm.
forward.
Mm-hmm.
You see it. So I'm curious what that adult is going to do about that little girl now that's been waiting for so long.
Get shit done.
But that wound is still there.
Yeah, but she's not running the show right now.
Where is it, that wound? Hmm.
She's
You're smiling about the wound?
there's my inner child who now feels like, okay, I trust you to take care of me.
Yeah.
And also then I'm seeing the parallel to my real life as far as my daughters.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a direct correlation there. It's like this, it's the inner and the outer.
Yeah, totally.
Right? What was going on inner is my relationship is also expressed outwardly with my relationship with my daughters.
Yeah. How you treat your inner child and how you treat your daughters. And
that sense of not being able to take, of not being able to take care of and not knowing how to take care of my inner child definitely manifested with my kids.
Definitely. So where is that wound now?
It's not bleeding anymore. It's scabbing over.
Scabbing over.
It's healing.
You're moving your body, does it?
It's being tended to.
It's being tended to.
It's being bandaged.
Scabbing over.
God, I totally see that whole reparenting dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen that before. Like how to really truly be able to reparent.
Yeah, but now you have all that space that you created. So what's in that space? What are you going to do with that space that now it's available to you that wasn't before? Yeah, taking a step back to look at that space, all that space.
All that space.
You need to take a step back.
I don't know. Let's ponder. It's there. It's more of a, I don't, like, I know what I need to do as far as there's a few things I need, like I'm creating to bring in money, but it's more of a sense of the phrase that's there is doing whatever it takes to step up and do whatever it takes to make sure she's taken care of, which includes financially, which includes being able to leave here.
Yeah.
Which is critical.
Yeah, doing whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes. And right now that's 3. So there's 3 things. So I guess I'll be following up on my grad school and getting started on grad school again.
Great.
And then one of the business so my career before I quit the corporate world was mortgage. And I just started the process of getting my notary so that I can be a signing agent.
Yeah.
So I'll get that done and start just posting and just start building my business and doing what, finish. I'm in the last third of a year-long coaching program that's specifically around narcissism.
Yes.
and get caught up on those courses and just, I guess, just post.
So how is, when you think about posting and putting yourself out there and being seen, how does that feel right now?
Not scary at all. I mean, it's neutral.
Neutral. From scary to neutral. In 29 minutes. All those years, and here we are. So what's with the wound?
It's just right there is just like as far as my business, because it's just follow Scott's program, finish my coaching program, and that's like, just do it, right? Like, I don't have to recreate the wheel. I know Scott's 100K works.
Yeah, it does, but it's scary, isn't it?
Actually, no.
I'm confused. Being seen is scary.
No.
It isn't?
No. Now it's like, now what am I going to talk about?
Yeah, imagine that. Ask the little one. They usually have lots to say.
No.
Not scary?
It's literally no.
A little bit scary?
No, it's more about like, what am I going to talk about?
Yeah, all those options.
More about the content now.
Yeah, yeah. And you have all that empty space. And you can put anything in that empty space. Any topic, any subject. Narcissism, huge subject. I think the sky is the limit. So much empty space. So what's the problem?
No problem. Seriously, this is crazy.
So where are those protective parts?
They're there, but they're not activated.
Oh, they're not activated. They're there just in case. So what could happen to have them activated, and who would be making a decision to activate them?
They get activated when they don't trust self to take care.
Wow, they don't trust self.
No, that's how they get created.
Uh-huh. Do you trust self?
Yeah.
You do?
I do now.
So who is calling the shots? Who's the
Self.
boss? Self? So the parts got demoted?
No, they're just in the background.
Yeah, just in case.
It's that reparenting, but it's not even a parent part. It's self.
It's self. And yet you're saying that so softly. It's self. Tell me more about that self.
Self is confident, self is curious, self is compassionate, self is creative, self is calm.
calm, creative, compassionate, curious. Are you ready for that?
Yeah.
You are. What's so funny?
So one of the things that I was thinking about, because I'm like, I just need some calm in my life.
Yeah, you do?
And financial calm and all of it. And so I had been thinking about just going to get a job, have that salary come in, have some financial calm.
Yeah.
And I just got that's not what brings calm. Having a job and that salary doesn't necessarily mean that brings calm, because self is what brings calm.
Yes, it's already there, built in. How are you going to take that out if it's already there?
And getting a job is not going to bring calm. It's just going to bring a whole nother mess up.
Wow, that's exciting. What is she going to bring now with all that curiosity?
See, exactly. And that's what I was just going to say. Now I'm curious of what's going to get created. Like there are those things. I am going to start grad school again. Yeah. I am going to get my notary, do the closings because extra cash.
Yes.
And then just allow the creativity in my business to flow versus of having to build and get a client and having to build my business, that heaviness, but allow the creativity to flow and have fun with it.
Where's the heaviness now?
There's an excitement there, actually. There's not a...
Oh, so we went another direction from fear to neutral to excitement.
Yeah. To see what gets created. Like, it's an excitement to see what I can create.
I'm curious, aren't you?
And curiosity, yeah.
What about the little girl? Isn't she curious too?
She is.
She is?
Actually, she is.
Imagine. How does that all feel?
She's saying thank you.
Thank you, finally. She's been waiting a really long time for that.
Yes, she has.
Mama.
She has.
So what could happen for it to change?
I think I have some list of ideas I need to start writing down.
Yes.
And I have some Scott modules I need to go
Yeah.
restart the program. I think I'm going to restart the program.
Mm-hmm. You look happy.
I feel lighter than I have in a long time.
Yes.
And then there's the part of me who's like, because I don't even know how that's, like, the whole conversational hypnosis thing. I don't even know how that happened. Like, I'm just,
yeah,
it's just crazy.
It's crazy. It's magic.
It is.
You did it all by yourself.
Oh, and I was in big resistance at the beginning.
Where is that resistance now?
It's not there. Program.
Oh yeah, that's exciting, isn't it? One session.
Fucking nuts.
Such a long time. So how long was this time that you were struggling?
And the whole, let's just call it 48 years, okay? Because almost 49, my birthday's in a couple of months. That's how long I've been struggling with this.
Wow, 48 years shifted in less than an hour.
Not even 40 minutes.
Not even 40 minutes. How powerful is your mind?
I know. I know.
How does that feel? To know that feels good.
It feels good. Like my brain, it's like, whew. You know, you get that almost tired feeling.
Yeah.
Scrambled.
Yeah, well, we've done some heavy work going into all those layers inside. So many years.
The phrase that keeps popping out is like, I'm curious now.
Curious, excited versus afraid.
Yeah.
And stuck.
Yeah.
So where's that emotion of curious and excitement inside of your body?
Oh, it's just all is right.
Or here?
Here.
And where is that heaviness that you had?
I mean, the only heaviness I feel right now is in my head, but I think that's because we just, we scrambled.
Yeah.
We scrambled the wiring.
Scrambled the wiring.
We rewired.
Yeah. So picture yourself doing a Facebook Live and talking to all those people, women, that have that wound inside, that had to go through all that pain of living with a narcissist, crazy guy, or even a mother, because many mothers are narcissists too, right? So imagine doing that, opening the Facebook Live, and this is a subject you know so well, and talking to your audience. How does that feel?
Feels good. And again, the only question there is content, but that's all I need to do is go dig for the content and plan for that's just planning.
Just as planning. But in terms of emotions inside,
it's okay.
It's okay.
Like it's like let's figure out the content.
Yeah, let's figure out the content.
There's not a heaviness there. There's a curiosity. There's no being scared. Now it's just a matter of doing it.
Just a matter of doing it. Yeah, just a preparation, an action plan. And the little girl concurs. The little girl, okay? The little girl is okay with that stuff?
She's okay.
What about
that's all it is now all it is preparation and planning.
Yes. Yeah. She knows how to prepare. She went to school, right? So she prepared many times before for classes.
And we're going back to school. So. Oh, I wonder, God, there's just a curiosity there. That means self is forefront. Because I'm also curious about how school's going to go this time around.
Yes. Yeah, the little girl was always curious. So now the self is forefront.
Yeah.
Who is behind the self?
The parts are behind. There for support.
Yeah. And the little girl?
She's in the middle of all of it, being supported by all of it. And the thing about the parts, about the protector parts, is, they've just created maladaptive ways to keep me safe.
Yeah.
But now they can just create new ways to support self.
Yes. So now with the little girl being in the middle of self and the protective parts, how is she feeling in terms of her safety, of being seen?
She feels safe. She feels safe and supported and protected.
Safe enough to be seen?
Self can be seen.
Self can be seen. Self can be
so she can play.
So she can play.
It's self who can be seen.
What's the problem?
No problem there. I have some planning. And I have some prep work to do.
So what is the first little thing that you could do within the next 24 hours to allow that little girl and self and protective parts, this whole team, to be seen?
The first thing I'm going to do is finish what I need to do to submit for my notary and get that going. The other thing is I'm going to go through my lessons for that coaching certification and pull out content.
Yes.
And I do have I actually have a long list of social media ideas that I write down, but I haven't done anything with. So I can revisit that and maybe plan 2 or 3 days worth of posts and videos.
Yeah.
Some Instagram reels and TikTok videos.
Okay, so when you are saying that, you're just making that face like,
Because I just don't know what the content is, right?
Oh yeah, so let's say you figure out the content, and TikTok are really short and reels are short too. So how does that feel when you think about putting out the content on TikTok and Instagram?
There's a bit of an unknown there.
Yeah.
But I'm not afraid of it. It's just there.
What's that?
I just don't even need to know. I just need, right? Like before it was a little bit of that fear of the unknown and putting myself out there and how are people going to react. And now it's the unknown is the content. But really that's not even an unknown either.
Yeah, I mean, look what people do on TikTok.
Right. And then the unknown of, okay, let's look at doing a YouTube video, start building my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Right, because that's really where it's at. That's where I want to focus.
Right.
And Facebook's not a big place for me. As far as my clients, my clients are on Facebook, but purchasing clients aren't on Facebook for me right now.
Right.
And yet that's where I put all my attention when I do posts. I avoid where I think I know where my clients are.
So where are your clients?
I do believe my clients are on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
So what can you do within the next 24 hours to connect with those clients?
I am going to do one video and reel. Like I can make it the same. I can repurpose it for both places.
Yes.
I'm going to do an Instagram post. I'm going to start playing with that's so funny. I just saw this. I also don't do what I know drives traffic, stories and reels. I stick to just posting. But start just playing with stories and reels. And then tomorrow I can actually write out my outline for scripting my first YouTube video.
Amazing. How do you feel about it? How do you feel about it?
It feels the positive side of neutral. I mean, it feels light. It feels fine. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, okay.
Okay, just okay. It's an open space, right?
There's not an overwhelming excitement. There's just like curiosity, I guess. Which is actually, I'd rather have the curiosity and the excitement because I know the curiosity is coming from self. The excitement's coming from a part.
Who's the boss?
The self.
The self.
And
brand new CEO. The self.
Brand new CEO. Self is in charge. CEO.
Yeah. So your brain was shaken, and it's going to settle. It takes about between 6 to 8 hours We've done lots of work, lots of shifting, lots of buildings. The new CEO is in charge. You have a plan, you know what to do. There is curiosity, there is openness, there are all those things. So I would suggest to take a nap or engage in some mindless activity rather than analyzing that.
Okay.
You want the subconscious to just do its working, right?
I think a nap is in order.
Yeah, a nap. And you might actually feel tired for the next day or two because there was lots of shifting going on in your mind. And yeah, do you have any questions about anything?
No, not right now. I'm going to add you as a friend on Facebook, if you don't mind.
Yes, please.
I'm curious. There's that phrase again.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see how this plays out over the next few days, and I will absolutely be writing you a testimony.